And occasionally there would be blades came out that were really deeply curved back near the nakago in a style called koshizori. So what I did was beat on it way too much, and I actually caused the cracks in correcting the curvature of the blade.
I think it's fine. I think with the cracks that are in that sword aren't going to hinder it whatsoever.
Even there, we started out whacking it against the grinder bench, which is a no give, no chance of cutting through it. No way, no how. I don't care. Even if Big Tony was doing it, we're not cutting through 3-inch angle iron. It did cause some cracks, and then I resharpened it and attempted to cut through some copper water pipe, although I didn't ever make it. It's something I've done previously, but not today. So then we took it to the vise, and with no padding at all, clamped it directly in the steel jaws of the vise, and I think I probably bent it around to, well, I know I went to 90 once and let it go, then it sprung back to just a few degrees set, and then at that point I took it around to probably real close to 180 degrees, and then bent it back straight, and bent it back and forth a couple of times there in the same spot, and straightened it out, and it still went in the side, and it's still, you know, functional, although damaged, certainly. At that point I thought it was going to be fairly simple to just walk out and smack it hard on the Monet over the anvil across from the cracks and pop the section off the end, and ultimately I couldn't get it done that way, which really surprised me. That's how I've broken all of the other L6 swords that I've broken, was by abusing them until they got cracks in the edge, and then breaking them from those cracks by striking it directly opposite the cracks on the Monet very hard on something quite hard. Thought maybe the anvil was bouncing a little bit, so then we took it over and beat it on the die of that old Bradley power hammer that's out in the scrap pile, and it still didn't break, although it did open the cracks up a little further. In order to break it, I clamped it in the vise right at one of the widest cracks and then bent it over, and it came apart at about 90 degrees. But it was at the same place where it had been bent a number of times before. As another issue, we also, you know, proof tested a properly constructed handle, and certainly nothing that was within the realm of reasonable use did anything to hurt the handle, but the abusive stuff, it did eventually take its toll, and I did break it. The whole